This game will go down the history as the game who started on Saturday and ended on Sunday. Long game. Drama. More than 4 hours, let's be honest. The weather, the referees, the VAR, a lot of drama. But football fans, we love dramas. Chelsea 4, Benfica 1. What a game of football that was. It had everything, but unfortunately people had to wait and watch that game for 4 hours. It is what it is, my people. Smash the like button and let's move on. We have a lot of news to cover in this video, my friends. FIFA Club World Cup could be held in Qatar, Brazil, Morocco, or Spain. The next edition. So we have already candidate for 2029, and it's going to be interesting to see because they have to learn. They have to take lesson from the USA. What went right or what went wrong in order to prepare. The weather being a big issue, but also the calendar, you know, because certain teams are not gonna even have pre-season. After the World Cup, after the Club World Cup, they have to go and start playing their local leagues. So it's gonna be very complicated. So if you have to choose between the 4 countries, my people, which one is gonna be your choice? Let me know in the comment section down below. I'm learning a little bit toward Africa and Morocco because I think people don't give Africa the respect that they deserve. And I think Morocco is a very beautiful country where the tournament can be really awesome over there. You let me know in the comment section down below. Absolute cinema. Like I said last night, Enzo Maresca jumping on the pitch, the players, everybody. When Christopher Nkunku scored that second goal for Chelsea, clench, limbs. It was absolutely awesome to see after a disaster game and weather and referees decisions and all the good stuff. Chelsea are talking with the mayor of London, Sadiq, after he criticized. He said that Chelsea, for a team like Chelsea, they deserve a bigger stadium, and he's right. The problem is, we heard it for years now. For 3 years, the new owner took over a Chelsea Football Club. Are they going to move to Earl's Court? Are they going to stay in Stamford Bridge and redevelop the place? Blah, blah. It looks like they're just fighting and fighting. No concrete news from the stadium. So kind of people are sick and tired. For a team like Chelsea, is easy. You have to build a new stadium because you can't catch up with the modern football now, and the source of your revenues need to be from the stadium. And Chelsea are not, like, the owners are not taking it seriously. A lot of noise between the owners, and this is the problem with many people owning one football club, because you can't make a decision immediately. You need to go through a long process. But it is what it is, man. Hugo Ekitike, remember him? Now Chelsea, not Chelsea. It was linked with Chelsea heavily, but it kind of cooled off. Now Arsenal are considering seriously to sign him because GYOKERES still got issues with Sporting over there, financial issues. And also Sesko, apparently the money that he's demanding is too much, and also the club, you know, what club he's coming from, Leipzig, are also asking crazy, ridiculous amount of money. So to be honest, that market of strikers is just becoming very difficult because everybody wants 100 million. Every player, 100 million. You know, Ekitike, 100 million euros. Sesko, 100 million euros. GYOKERES, 100 million euros. You know, even Nick Voltemade, 100 million euro. So it's going to be epic to see what is going to happen. Guehi. Guehi is moving to Liverpool. Liverpool are doing an amazing job. Crystal Palace want between 45 to 50 million because he only has 1 year left on his contract, and Chelsea got 20% resale value. So if they sell him cheap, they're not gonna get enough money for their captain. But if they keep him, and then he might leave on free next season. So yeah, I think the price is still good regardless of his contract. He's on his prime now. Captain of Crystal Palace, and I think 50 million is about reasonable price for Liverpool. But Liverpool are not willing to pay it because of the contract length. But man, just pay the money. Forget about the contract length. Chelsea haven't entirely ruled out trying to sign Joao Pedro before this the second club World Cup registration window that is gonna be closed on July the 3rd. So if they wanna register players, they have to do it now until July the 3rd. If not, and then it's going to be, he's not going to play the Club World Cup. Talks with Brighton ongoing, with Pedro understood to be keen on the move. Chelsea content if they have to wait longer. All right, they can play the long game, but we know what happened when they play the long game with Brighton is they ended up by paying 115 million on Moises Caicedo. They penny pinched 80 million. It was too expensive according to Chelsea, and then they ended up by paying 115 million because of the same stupidity, playing the long game, the wait game, and it just backfired because Liverpool showed up and put the money on the table, and Caicedo value went woo, you know. So you paid even extra 20 million because of your own stupidity. So Chelsea, if you want this brother, you have to do it right now before somebody jumped, and then you're gonna pay even more. The first bid from Chelsea was rejected, 50 million. Brighton want 60 million from this brother. Sporting president, he just talk and talk and talk. All the time he keep on talking in the media, you know. In England, you see the managers and players talk. You rarely see the sporting directors or president to talk about. Other countries, they talk a lot. And he stand on his guns. He said, no, I am not going to sell GYOKERES for 60 million plus 10 million bonuses. You have to pay me more than that. But we don't know exactly the amount that he's asking. All we see is that he's rejecting 60 million plus 10. But according to sources, it's between 80 to 100 million is the asking price. So I don't know, man. This is so confusing now. Arsenal have reached a full agreement on personal terms with Christian Mosquera. Remember him? Yeah, he been linked with Arsenal in the last few days. New proposal set to be submitted after opening bid worth 14 million got rejected by Valencia. That is an insult. 14 million for a quality centre-back like Mosquera is an insult. Arsenal hope to get the deal done for a fee of around 20 million. Talks underway. I think it's gonna be 30 million for sure. Between 25 and 30 million is where they're gonna settle. But again, another defender that probably Arsenal don't need because they have many of them. Calafiori is still there. Kiviu still there. Magalesh, Saliba. They are good in the defense. Gunners, they want to see a proper striker. But, you know, this guy, Arteta, is doing the Arteta, which is buying more midfielders and defenders and goalkeepers and forgetting the main point, which is the goalkeeper again, which is a striker. Bayern Munich are preparing an opening bid for Nick Woltemade after personal terms agreed. The club has internally agreed to process in talks and start pushing with Stuttgart. 5-year deal ready. Stuttgart hope to keep the player, but Woltemade want Bayern Munich. So everything started by Chelsea. Chelsea were linked with him for about 2 weeks now, and everybody else, you know, they came back to the conversation. Oh wow, this brother is good. This player is good. We started discovering him after Chelsea were linked with him. Good player, but apparently Stuttgart are asking for 100 million. The magic number for strikers now is 100 million. I think it's a lot of money. I think that brother is between 35 to 50 million is acceptable. But 100 million, give me a break. Let's move on very quickly. John Duran is approaching his exit to from Al Nassr to Fenerbahce to play for Jose Mourinho. Something went wrong over there. He hit the ground running when he joined Saudi. He was posting on social media saying how happy he is now playing with Cristiano Ronaldo, score some bangers as always, and then all of a sudden he disappeared, apparently because of his girlfriend and the laws over there in Saudi, blah 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 blah. We don't know what the real reason is. Just 6 months that he joined Al Nassr for almost 80 million. Now they are ready to let him go on loan, probably with option to buy. So let's wait and see what's gonna happen. I think the only problem is gonna be his salary. I don't believe that Fenerbahce are gonna pay him the salary that he was getting in Saudi. Let's keep an open mind. Let's keep our eyes open. We already talked about Mark Guehi. Let's finish this video by talking about Manchester United are in big trouble. They can't get rid of their expensive, high salary players. PSV sent this brother Malacia back to Manchester because they didn't activate the buy option. He went there and he won the league with them. Still a good player, but probably not what the boss Amorim is asking for. So United need to try to get rid of him. Jadon Sancho, Marcus Rashford, Rasmus Højlund, and so many other players. They are in big trouble. But this is Manchester United. I think they're gonna find a solution.